try this again. I hope I'm not making everybody sick, because there's nobody here yet. Whoever said making a YouTube live was easy, they lie. Unless there's a secret that I don't know about. I just gotta put this guy in my mouth. Give me just 1 second here. I'm gonna turn my laptop on to make sure nothing else. Okay. See if I can get this going. Oh, I think success. All right. And I did have to clean my camera off after handling it 15 times. I'm going to try to share this. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to use my laptop and hopefully this works. And yes, you'll hear my dogs. Yes, you'll hear my children. Because we just live like normal people. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, thank you, Allison. So Sean is going to be kind of in and out, making sure that nothing goes wrong, which may happen, but that's okay. Let's see here. Allison is sharing this for me, which I really, really appreciate because I am not a tech person at this moment, or ever, apparently, which is okay. That's why my husband and my son are my tech behind the scenes people. Okay, I think I got this. I think with YouTube though, it shows a delay. And I'm not sure why it shows a delay. Maybe it doesn't. I'm trying to have it play on the same time as it's going live. But without the sound. Yeah, people who do this lives on YouTube make it look so easy. It is not easy. And I appreciate them doing their lives and posting them. This is my first one that I'm able to do where you guys can actually see what I'm doing and not just a video, because I have yet to hit 1,000 subscribers, which is usually how YouTube does it, and you can't you usually can't go live like this in this like format without having that many subscribers. So I'm very thankful that I'm actually able to do it, and it actually work. So I'm just going to give it another minute or so. And then get started. Because I don't want to keep everybody forever. I was hoping to start this at 7:15. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, I think all the notifications are muted. I'm going to turn down my desktop because it will ding constantly if I do not. Okay. Just ding on the desktop. Okay. If you still hear the dings. Okay. Oh, I guess it's because my desk. Okay. Now that should take care of the dings. Hopefully. I turned everything off that made a noise. Oh, good. No more dings. Okay. All right. Let's see. This pulls back up here. All right. No dings. Let me just grab my notes. I told my husband he can be in here, but he cannot listen. I get very... I don't know when you guys are doing your voiceovers, if you do that, you don't want anybody to listen to what you're saying. So hopefully, I've warned the children not to be too loud, but they're children. So hopefully they will remember that that I'm live and not just doing a voiceover where I could stop it. So I grabbed this little penguin, penguin tree from Mama Elephant. And my son loves this. He is the one who wanted me to get anything penguin. There's a couple sparkle blends that have penguins in them. And of course I have extras of those. So I'm going to use my Zig markers. And I did cut this out with my Scan and Cut because I don't have the dies. They're just too expensive. So I just used my Scan and Cut to cut these out. Between that and the little penguin agendas. So let's see if I can find my backing without it being too glary. So this is the only one I'm going to use. I did cut everything but the snowflakes out because it's very hard to cut around the Scan and Cut unless I make it like a huge border. So I'm going to color this one. Yeah, I have the gingerbread one sitting in my cart right now, waiting for me to press the button. So I'm not an alcohol marker colorer. Every once in a while I'll pull them out, but I prefer to use my Zigs whenever I can. They're just a lot easier for me to handle. The barrel's a lot smaller, and I like the way they color. So I'm just grabbing out all of my grays. I did pick up, I think on Simon Says Stamp, they had the sets with the warm grays and the cool grays. And I've already lost one of my warm grays. I think it's in one of my little pouches. I got this from Amanda at Pear Blossom Press. And this is like the best thing ever. I need to get like 4 more of these because they hold almost all of my markers in just one. But I like it because it stands up on my desk and I can actually see what I'm doing instead of rifling through a couple markers. open these up. I think I'm going to just do a couple of different shades of each with the warm and the cool gray. Because they're penguins and they're really dark. And I don't want them to be so dark where you can't really see anything that's going on. Let me see. Hi, Candace. Candace is in our little crafty group. And she's been super busy with life in school. And she's going to be busy for a while because she's going to be a doctor. And that's awesome. So I did grab out some of my pattern paper from Lawn Fawn because I have so much of it, it's ridiculous. And I have to use it. Because if I don't use it, I cannot buy any more. So I grabbed just a blue. And I keep all my scraps inside my book. Because if I don't, I will lose them or they'll get thrown away. And this is one of the ones I really like. I need to get the second one. Like there was a darker blue, but it just didn't fit, I don't think, for the penguins. Or even the purple. But I already cut this down because I'd used a piece of it before on a different card. So they just kind of, I mean, this is a big stamp. It really just pretty much takes up a whole A2 card front. So if you're not into trying to decorate or you just want something to take up the whole front and just have a sentiment like this, these stamps are really good for that. So with the zigs, I kind of just do a couple. I'll just pick out like some of the darker ones to do first and then add, and we're not going to color on this because it will be all over the place. I'm glad you could come too, Candace. We missed you. And I just start, like I said, I am no, and this guy's going to be too light, but that's okay. Not all the penguins have to be super dark. But I'll usually just lay down like the lightest and then, or the darkest one, and then grab the lightest and kind of blend into it. Sometimes I'll use my blender. I have not ventured to do the no line coloring because my hand is not steady. And I feel like you have to be super careful with that. So I just kind of highlighted them just a little bit. And I'm going to darken up this right here because I feel like it's almost the same color. So I'll just grab, that was a 3. That was the cool gray 3. So we'll grab the 4 and see if that's any darker. Hopefully it is. And I'm just starting at the sides because I feel like that's where they're going to be the darkest. I don't go by light source or anything like that. Just whatever I feel is going on is going on. I'm really glad I was able to do this without having that many subscribers. Because for me, like, even though it was very chaotic at first, I do prefer to do it this way. Instead of it's a lot to do editing and, you know, try to get something uploaded when not only just you have a family, but you're just trying to, you know, you want to put content up, but it's sometimes it's a struggle. Allison is fantastic at she does her lives on Facebook for Sparkle Blends, and if you've not watched those, after this is over, I'm going to link them in the description box because I'm not going to try to mess with that right now. And we are going to add some Sparkle Blends to this guy because they're penguins and you have to add the Sparkle Blends. We're going to make his crown a little bit darker. And I chose this one because there is a lot to color for it, but the color is so, like, you're not reaching out and grabbing 15 different colors, which makes it nice. So if you don't have a ton of markers or supplies or anything like that, having a big stamp like this really does kind of help, because you're not reaching for the latest and the greatest, because I don't. I'm very strict right now on what I'm buying. I think as I go down, I'm going to make them just a tiny bit darker. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of stray away from, or they just feel like they have to have the latest and greatest release, or have all the release. There's just no, I can't do that. For me, I need food and groceries and gas and other things, you know, that come along with life. But stamp sets like these, like even if you don't have a scan and cut, I'm not a fussy cutter. I can't fussy cut. Listen, I've tried, and it's a hot mess. And not only is it a hot mess, but I end up cutting off body parts. So if I can use my scan and cut and not buy dyes without fussy cutting, I'll do that. So I just go back and forth between my colors. I have a tendency of not putting the right cap back on, so I have to be very... I try to hold them in my hand and not leave them open, because I will. I'll put them on the wrong ends. Simon Says Stamp just has... Well, I shouldn't say just Simon Says Stamp, but there's a new release of the Zig markers, and they're all sitting in the cart right now. Just because I use them so much. They have new colors. Not that I need every single one of them, but there's certain colors that I don't have that I really wish that I did, because it would make some of this blending a little bit easier when I'm doing something other than penguins. I'm going to do his cat and a couple of other things in red, but I don't do my red first. That goes last, even with the zigs, because it's still wet. Like even, like this is Bristol Smooth and it will stay wet. So I always do those last after everything dries, because I have smeared many a projects trying to just do it all at once. Yeah, there's new colors. There's new, oh my gosh, there's so many new colors. It's not like the same, like, remix of colors. It's insane. Like, I really need them. And if I didn't use these so much, like, I would not, I wouldn't think twice about it, but I really like the way these color. Yeah, I'm trying to think who I seen was talking about it, and then they posted it. So I went over and checked it out, and yep, there was a bunch. I've only seen them so far on Simon Says. I have not seen them on Dick Blick yet, which I was kind of waiting for them, because I feel like they have a much better price than Simon Says Stamp. That, and I can go pick them up locally instead of waiting for them to be shipped. I have to say, though, I have not been to a Dick Blick store, and there's one in Cleveland. Individual. As far as I've seen, they're all individuals. Which I really wish they would come out with a set of just all the, like, new colors, because they would be at my house waiting for me to color with them. But yeah, as soon as I seen them, I'm like, yep. I mean, not all the colors. I don't want all the colors, because I feel like I don't need all the colors. I just want some, like, different pinks. And oh, see, ours carries them in store, which is nuts. I could just order them and do like a what is it, like Walmart does, where you buy online and pick it up. But it's only in Cleveland, which, I mean, Cleveland's not that far. It's like an hour and a half-ish, depending on where in Cleveland it is. But yeah, we can order them online and then pick them up. So the only thing I'm using with these ones is just Cool Graves 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think I used a little bit of 5 down here. See, it's not so bad once you get going with your lives. Because then it's just, you're just talking to your friends. See, I'm afraid if I get all the colors, I don't have all the colors now. So I only have the 60 set, and I've just kind of added where I thought I needed to. But there are some pinks, not like super hot pinks, but just some light pinks. Yeah, I can't say anything because they are my favorite too. Like literally all my coloring except for a couple of the you know what, I'm just gonna grab them real quick because I need this to dry a minute before I move down so I don't smudge it. So I saved all my cards. The only thing with the zigs that I don't like is they're not light fast, and that I just don't like how the color fades over, you know, over time. Like you got to keep them away from the lights. So this is the only one that I've done. And you can see I use zigs here with that and it bled because I wasn't patient and I like swiped my hand across it. But like this one I did with alcohol markers because it was gray and it was easy. But this guy, he's with all of this, he's with the zigs. But here you can kind of see because it was in the light. Hopefully you can see. Let's see if I can focus it. Anyway, there's like little lines here. And even like on his, there you can see it better on his paw. See where it just doesn't hold up to light. Or like this one. Where Blanche's hair is, it's like a green. It doesn't even look attractive anymore. But yeah, that's the only time I really ever use my alcohol markers is if I'm doing something like that or it's 3 colors. But yeah, you have to look at Simon Says because they have them all right now. Ooh, sorry guys. So I'm gonna let that guy dry for a minute because I don't want to smudge him. And I might go ahead and just start at the bottom here. Only because I do smudge a lot. Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to go ahead and start here at the bottom. And I turn my cardstock because I've made that mistake way too many times of not turning it. Which one was that? That was 4, 3. Where's my 2? Over here. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting me because this is nerve-wracking. I don't care how many times you've uploaded a video, done anything. To do your first live like this, where you're actually like making your card, is nerve-wracking. And Allison does it every week. Yeah, I figured it would be forever before Blick got them on their site, which is kind of silly. It's funny to me because Blick is art, you know, they sell art supplies. Like, not like, I mean, not that Simon Says doesn't, but they have a huge range of supplies that you can get that you can't get at Simon Says Stamp. Let's go back in. I'm hoping to do these at least once a week. Now that I kind of got the hang of like how I'm supposed to do it, and with everybody's help of figuring this out, because I do enjoy doing my lives this way, or doing videos this way. I mean, it seems like a lot of work at first, but I'd much rather do a lot of work at first than do a lot of work during the day when I could actually, you know, be a little bit more productive doing other things. Just like around the house, like editing, voiceover, it takes so much time. And when you have the time, it's not so bad. But when you are stressing over trying to get a video up because you have to do all these steps, and sometimes editing can take hours. And I'm not even joking on that. It could take hours. I'm going to try not to make everybody sick. And do it that way. Okay, that's better. But it is. I mean, it's a commitment. And to commit to it for, you know, however many videos you want to do a week. Like, I was so gung-ho about it at first. I'm like, you know, I can do 3 videos a week. I can do this and I can do that. And after I started editing and trying to come up with content that not just everybody else enjoys, but I enjoy, it's a lot. But I like the interactive part of it, where you can actually talk to people. Well, talk and type to people. Because it's like I'm crafting with all my friends and not just sitting down here like a crazy lady talking to my microphone. And it's not that I'm not going to stop uploading videos. I'm just going to be, you know, a little selective, I guess. And it probably wouldn't take me this long if I wasn't doing a live. But it's forced me to slow down a little bit, which is a good thing. Plus, you know, my kids don't always want to be quiet when I'm doing voiceovers and stuff like that. And I understand. I mean, they want to do their stuff. They don't, you know, YouTube is mom's thing, not theirs. However, they do help me, and they're very supportive. I'm pretty sure they're all subscribed to my channel. I'm just happy that not that I don't want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's, you know, a long-term goal, but I feel like it's kind of best to have, you know, the people who are kind of not necessarily doing the same thing. I don't like to do the same thing as everybody else. That's not my nature. You know, that's why my tattoos are different than, you know, most people. And why I don't know, I don't want to be the same as everybody else. I don't want to put out the same content as, you know, everybody else. And it's not like I have a, you know, I craft in my living room. I have a table that my husband set up a whole little area for me to do my crafting, because I still wanted to be doing things with the family, you know, even if I'm just sitting here and I have no camera on or anything else, I'm still able to kind of be a part of what everybody else is doing. Every once in a while, I will get the kids to craft with me. I got Sean to make a card one time, which was great. And I still have it. I have to see if I can find it, because I save everything. I save all the cards that everybody sends me. I save pretty much everything I make. Sometimes if it's a like complicated card, I will make sure I take a picture of it. I won't send it, or I will send it. I just won't recreate it, because I feel like everybody is such, I don't know, when I send cards, I send them to like that individual. I don't just send them just to say, hey, you know, just send me a card.
Doing? Okay.
And that was Madden. So I did tell Sean he could watch, but he can't listen because I get anxiety about that. So he will probably pop in. But I feel like he's listening to me because he just put up a little smiley face. And I don't care if, you know, I don't care how many people watch. I'm happy with the people that are here. Because I know they all are of, they all understand where I'm coming from. Eventually I'll get a little crafty area. But for now, you know, your kids are only kids for so long. I don't want to be not in a place where I can't, you know, even though it's not cool to hang out with your mom, I still want to be there if they need me. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this once a week. Possibly Tuesdays. I just feel like there's not a whole lot of activity on Tuesday, which keeps it not busy for everybody to be, you know, jumping from live to live or trying to catch this or trying to catch new products. Not that I won't ever post new products because, you know, I'm human. And who doesn't like to shop? Nope, not on Thursdays, because that's when Allison does her live for Sparkle Blends. It's Thursday nights at 8 o'clock on Facebook in the Doodles Paper Playground room. Or Facebook page, not room. Guess I didn't realize how many penguins were in this set until I started coloring it again. Men's counting them for me.
I think there's 20.
There probably is 20.
I don't think I counted right though, Mom.
It's okay. So, Marie also just got some zigs. And she needs to start busting those out.
I just counted 17 and then 2. I'm so confused.
Because I think
Penguins are too complicated for me, Mom.
I think she'll really enjoy it. I think she'll enjoy her zigs. I tried with the alcohol marker, even with the brush tip, and I just can't do it. And I'm so glad that I didn't invest in a ton of Copics to turn around and not use them. Because I went the route of the Yahoo markers, and I'm glad I did, because I'm not going to be sad if I'm not constantly reaching for them. Light one. Okay, there we go. I just noticed myself that I was not, thanks, Marie. See, these guys keep me in line. I hope YouTube keeps this up with, you know, letting people do lives like this without having that many subscribers.
Mom, why is there Korean on the fridge?
Alright, we're down to our last couple of penguins, and then we will get to actually putting this together. So I guess this is a good one that I picked to keep it going here. So you got to remember to get these little hands, because I forgot. So like this one I wouldn't use my blender with. I would just go in with those two different, you know, lighter and darker, just so it'll Not, so it'll blend without there being like so harsh of a line. Alright, let's see. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I always think about that when people are doing their lives. Like, are they really... I know it's just us, but you can be like, Tara, you're being boring. Down to my last guy. See, Marie needs to now get the new ones since she just got the big mama set. Alright, last guy. I think I'm going to keep him kind of light. So this guy is kind of different because you can't really see where his belly is if he's going to be all black with just that base. All right. 30. Oh my gosh, 30 colors. Yeah, I didn't count them all. I just put them in my cart. I didn't even look. So this guy's going to go over here to dry for a minute. I'm going to clean up my mess here real quick with the grays. I'm just going to set these to the side until I put them back in, because I'll probably go back in with them. That's insane. And you know what's funny is I really haven't seen anybody else talk about them. And I'm really shocked, because I figured there'd be more people talking about the new colors. I'm going to just... I can't believe 30. Holy cow. So this guy is just going to go in my little mini Misty. I'm going to set him here to figure out where I'm going to put my sentiment. Because I don't want it to be completely at the bottom, but I don't want him to be completely at the top either. So I'm just going to use the Sending Warm Wishes all winter long. Yeah, I've seen the sets with just the 6. But there are already 6 I have. So I was like, ooh, do I really want to, do I want that set, or do I just want to just buy them all? Okay, so I'm going to try to, and this is not straight, it's okay. It doesn't have to be straight. I'm going to go and fix this guy because he is looking a little rough. I am going to grab my Distress Prize Ribbon for this. Yeah, I didn't even have the other colors. I still have to get the, there's a couple in the other ones that have been released. Yeah, that's what I did. I just added all of the ones that I could find in the cart. Nope, that's the wrong one. So the problem with having, there we go, all of the Distress Oxides is finding them in your area. So yeah, I'm for sure gonna get them because I use them all the time. Like if I didn't use them, I wouldn't, because I think Ohu just came out with new markers too. There's a hair. And I was not interested in getting those at all. Stamp that guy one more time. I don't think I've used this sentiment yet, but I like the prize ribbon. I'm trying to do it so my camera doesn't shake. I'm trying not to press it down too hard because it'll really smush it. Alright, let's grab this guy out. That guy will be cleaned. Yeah, I like that prize ribbon. Those are nice. You are a marker color, Allison. I am not. I've tried, and it just, I don't know if it's like the barrel, because since the zigs are so small, I'm gonna grab one. So I do have the barrel for my zigs. Ooh, let's move this because I'll smear that guy too. So this is the Ohuhu one. And it's just like a round, like fat barrel. And of course, you know, the sketch is the oblong. But the zig is almost like holding a pencil for me. And I've tried with these guys. And I just can't. Like, they have the brush tip. And the chisel nib. But I can only do it with certain colors. I feel like they don't have a very good color chart to figure out your blends, which makes it harder for me. Alright, so that guy's all stamped. I'm going to fix this guy here real quick. I'm just using that latest one because it's already, you're not really going to be able to tell that it's the lightest one. We'll just blend them all together. And I'm leaving my penguins white. Their body's white. I'm going to color their little noses though. Let's see. I'm just using bright yellow. Ooh. And they're all getting the same little nose. So this would be a good one to stamp out and take with you on vacation. Because there's a lot. There's a lot more than what it looks like when you're going to color them. Okay, that's all their little noses. And I'll do their little feet. We'll just do them now. They're just going to have little orange feet. I think Shell has the Ohuhus too, but I think she's got the, I don't know if she's got the bullet nib and the chisel nib, or she just has the just the regular set. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna go in with geranium red for this one, and I am going to use my blender because I'm a little bit worried this is going to bleed. So if I just do it nice and slow. And with these, I don't really worry about a whole lot of dimension because there's so many here. Because for me, if you add too much, then my eye jumps around and I don't know what I'm looking at. So the blender makes it nice because it just kind of, it's like the colorless blender for Copic. Kind of softens everything out, but still keeps a little bit of detail in there. And this guy's also, all the hats, Santa hats are just going to, they're going to get the same red. So that's one thing I'm glad that I did get with this was the blender. Because there's times where I won't have like that middle color that I need. And this will just kind of like drag it out and soften it a little bit. We're going to use some bow ties. I may actually finish this one off camera because I don't want to keep everybody too long. That's right, you tell him to stay in his lane. And you guys use all your markers. I don't. And we're just going to do the berries on his hat too. Yeah, I may finish this one after some of these dry, only because I'm afraid to smear it. And after, I mean, even though it's just gray, like even after all that coloring, like you don't want to smear anything. So, how many video games does he have, Marie? How many different games does he have? That would have been the question. So this is how this guy is going to sit. And this is going to be on an A2 size card. With all the, with a little bit of foam tape. Because even though there's no, like, real, you know, solid dimension in here with the penguins individually, I like the foam tape because it does add something a little bit more to the penguins. Ah, sparkle blends. I'll show you the blends that I will be adding. I'm sure Allison can already guess which blends I'm going to be adding. And I just cleaned my case out the other day with a ton of sparkle blends. Yeah. Like this is just one of, like there's 3 cases here. Just 3 right there. So I'm going to grab Blue Blizzard. I'm trying to use some of the older ones. I'm also going to use the Keep Swimming because I'm going to use the little goldfish that are in here to replace the little goldfish that are in the bowls. And well, I think they're only in the bowls. But I want to keep it with a blue theme. And use the gold, there's silver, oh my gosh, silver snowflakes and the silver sequins that's in here. Oh, thanks, Rianne. That's funny. Why you let him wind you up like that? You know. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Kyrie, I didn't even know you were here. I should have known. I should have known that you were with your mama. I'm trying to grab these little fish. And my little drawer. So, when I'm done, if you guys want to give me feedback, it's much appreciated because I need it. It only makes me better. There we go. So this guy is going to be in this bowl like this. And then I will find a smaller one for this one right here. And maybe this guy. But that guy's pretty tiny. So I don't know. He might just be... Ah, BTS. That's... Okay, so that's why there was Korean on the fridge. Keegan can write some in Korean. Just not a lot. So, well, as soon as I get this all done and colored in, I will have it posted. But I think I am going to do, I think I am going to keep doing this. It's very, I don't know. I just like this much better than doing a video. Of course she does. I think Keegan does too. I have to ask her, but I think she does too. Oh, I don't like that one. Good night, Phoenix. Have good sleep, my friend. And I can't get the other... Okay, I like those holographic ones. This is not. That's because there's a bunch stuck together. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add the couple snowflakes. And add my little fish. Man, there's so many good ones in this. Why did I did not get 2 of these blue blizzards, and I don't know why. And they're probably all gone now. Alright, well, I'm going to do that. And I appreciate you guys for coming and watching and supporting me. It really, really does mean a lot. So I'm going to finish this. And then as soon as I'm done, I will get it posted in the Sparkle Blend room and a couple other places. So, again, thank you guys. Until I do this again, which I'm going to try for next week. Next week at the same time at 7:15. BTS. Have a good night, guys. Bye. Whew.